test Whoa, was my mic off? I think it was. I think I was talking to myself. It's on now. There we go. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I think it was off. I don't even know. Whatever. It's Monday. It's fine. I hope y'all had a great weekend and the first start of y'all's spring break holiday. Good stuff there. It's what is it? The 11th of March, 2024, just shy of noon o'clock. Let's talk about some price action because holy shit, we are at all-time highs. And we actually today have, let's zoom down here. Today we actually have a chance to open and close above 69,000. Now, can that happen? Oh, yeah, it definitely can. And it looks like it's fairly probable at this point as well. Nice spike, 5%. Look at this. Ripple me nipples finally waking up. Caleb's waking up. Charlie is waking up. Very nice to see that. I was really wanting Litecoin to start playing this ball game here, the bull ball game, because it was just being a laggard little bitch for a long time. Look at this. But now we are up at the next major contention zone, though, just today after a 20% pump. Probably going to be a little stalling here. I mean, you can see literally since about 2 years or so, a little less, every time it has come up to this outside of the July pump, which was immediately rejected about 4 days later. But every other time after that, swift rejections, testing other side of range, which crazy enough is all the way at about low 70s. So we'll get to Litecoin here in a little bit, though. Let's go back to Mama Bear. Let's go back to the weekly. Let's move our coffee over here. Weekly close on Mama Bear. Super good. Very strong. Sexy time. Love it. Now we have the potential this week, guys, to open and close above all-time highs, not only on spot price, but also on. Actually, hold up. We actually already did it on futures pricing last week. Now, it wasn't at all-time highs, but all-time body highs for the candle closes. We actually did do that. But this week, along with spot price, we will have a chance to open and close above 69,000. Oh, the open of this week, though, is 6966. Uh-oh, devil sneaking in there. Anyway, that's pretty damn impressive. Let's jump over to the total market cap real quick. Interestingly enough, we are not at all-time highs in money inside of the market. That's a little bit surprising. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, that is a little bit surprising. Okay, we're a little bit above the 886. I would like to see an open and close above this like 260-ish level. That would make me feel a lot more better. That is very surprising. I didn't notice that till just now. And well off the highs of that. Interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm going to snap a little pic of this real quick. I'm going to snap a little picture of that because that is a little bit odd. So that's different. Let's go actually back in time and let's go see some stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, we can't go back before 14, so that kind of sucks. 21. All right, so it took a little while to catch up, and then the real moonshot happened after that. So I'm just trying to get a little reference point here of total market cap versus Bitcoin. So it looks like it's December of 2020. Yeah, but we were already at all-time highs by then. So they actually rose together. You know what? Let's hold on. Sorry, give me one sec. Oh, I'm gonna learn how to type correctly. All right, let's see. Back to my point here. Sorry about that. Just need to make some notes sometimes. You got to do that. Let's go back over to let's go to total, and then let's add Bitcoin on top of this chart real quick, and let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh, that's new. They added same percent scale, new price scale, or new pane. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice. All right. All right. Yeah, you can see it's pretty much in lockstep here. Um, except we got a little difference here in the market cap. No, it still made highs though. Okay, we go back to the 20. Yeah, I mean, very, very tight correlation there, which you would expect because Mama Bear is like the main asset in all of this. Okay, so that's a little interesting. That hold on, we got to delete this. Oh shit, what did I do? Okay, let's go back to log. We can't be charting in this linear crap. What is that? Um, yeah, considering Bitcoin's, most of the market cap of shitcoins, I don't know. It is just pretty interesting to me that right here in December, pretty much Christmas time of 2020, we already had surpassed the all-time high on market cap, but not this time. That's another marker, man, for this time is different. I know those are famous last words, but we have data to prove that. We have data via what we talked about last week, which is Dogecoin and meme coins pumping uber hard. That usually doesn't happen until the end of the cycle. And probably the biggest, most important one is that we are at all-time highs before the halving. That has never happened before. That is new. That's a new thing. But hey, it is what it is. And that's the only reason I kind of think that this time could be potentially different. How far are we away from the 21 EMA? Let's check it out. 34. Remember when we get to like 40s, and I think the max was like 50-ish, like over here. Let's just double check real quick. Yeah, about 50. And then I think there's a 50-ish right here. 44. That's close enough. And here's a 35. But when it really got started, yeah, see, here it is, about 50. So that's when it's getting super euphoric. We are approaching those levels right now, too, to be fair. So just some food for thought. I'm still in hodl mode as long as we're kind of holding structure, which keeps getting ratcheted up super high. And apparently now is 66 to 69,000, that upper 60,000 handle. And obviously, weekly open and close below the 21 is the kind of, oh shit mode. But we obviously have a lot of time for that to happen. Although maybe a lot is not accurate because usually when it does roll over, it only takes a couple of weeks to do it. Here's 1 week it did it. Next week opened and closed below it. And then here's one here. It only takes a few weeks. So usually less than a month. But hey, 2-3 weeks, that's good warning time. Let's go to GBDC real quick and see if it's showing some similar behaviors. Yeah, GBDC is also open and closed above new highs last week along with futures. And we are still getting continuation on. This thing cannot stop. Very nice. Very nice. All right, back to Mama Bear just to see oscillator time. We haven't really looked at those yet today. Yeah, Bear's still very much in the weak zone. I mean, this still looks freaking super bullish. I mean, there's no other way to chop it. That's for sure. Looks good. And one point I want to make before we move on to Unicorn Shirt, man, is that if you see these blue lines here, it's kind of wild that every single time that we go on runs, I literally copied and pasted this line. I just copied, pasted it, and moved it over to the next one. And I copied and pasted it each time, and it fits. What's going on, Hitch? Cox G? Yeah, Master, we will be going over that here just in a moment. Good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day there, bud. Anyway, these lines here are from each of these cycles that, weirdly enough, are the exact same angle each epoch. And so I just copied one last week or the week before and noticed, oh, shit, we're starting to ride up that same epoch already. Interesting. So outside of the 21 EMA being like the macro, oh, shit signal, the trend line now can serve as that as well. It's like a little precursor, a little warning, canary in the mine, something along those lines. And as you can see, as this keeps going up and up and to the right, people already are talking about 200K, 100K, win million, all this other shit. If this does break down over the time while it's grinding upwards, you can see this is all the way out to about August, where it gets up to this 200K-ish level. You can kind of get an idea of potentially the projection introjection of Mama Bear. Now, is that getting a little moonshot already? Yeah, I think it is. Only because this time is different with price action and the behavior previous to the halving. We've never seen anything like this before. Doesn't mean it's not going to follow what it usually has done over the last, 14 years or whatever, but it is different. So keep that in mind. All right, we already did that. Oh, look at this. Unicorn shirt, man. Over 4K. Is it going to hit an all-time highs over 5,000 this week? Man, it sure looks like it wants to. Yeah, we just hit 50 on the DMI, so bulls are fully telling the bears to suck their balls as they are all the way in the forgotten zone, sub 10. Very nice. Let's see here. ETH futures, same thing. About 5K as well, so looks pretty good. It also does look pretty extended. I would like to see a retest here soon. This is just getting a little frothy, a little quick. We can't just go up forever like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, did we do it for a while here? Yeah, we did, to be fair. It was about 120 days or so before sideways. So, hey, anything can happen. Maybe we're just going to go up here to about 80-ish K and do a little chop fest 3,000 before the halving continuation. Hitchcock G says, Mr. Michael Saylor's podcast and talks are working. Wow. Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean by talks? I'm not from. What is a talk? Like TikTok stuff, or what do you mean? Elaborate on that for me, please, sir. Oh, let's see. Unicorn shirt, man, killing it. Oh, beautiful, Charlie. Look at Charlie. Now, is there going to be a little bit of resistance here and probably stalling for the day? Yeah, very much. Most likely, I think that's a high probability. I might even take some of my Litecoin off right here and then just look to re-enter on a retest, down here. Maybe not because, splitting hairs with 10, 15% moves and Bitcoin volatility is this high is kind of whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But y'all know if Bitcoin starts stalling out a little bit, we saw it last Tuesday, altcoins can get a little bit fidgety. They had a little intraday 20, 30% swings last Tuesday, which is indicative of nice upside action too, because volatility's got to be expanded for that to happen, right? TikToks. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Are they working? Oh, are you implying that like TikToks and Michael Saylor's podcast is pumping the price action? Is that your stance there a little bit, or asking? I guess I don't know if that's the case. I guess you're kind of new here, but I don't really. News to me is silly. I don't really watch or do any of that stuff. I just watch the price action because it has everything you need to know in it. And we were getting bullish way back over here, bud. You can go back and check our streams out too from January, February. We were waiting for Bitcoin to get above the 21 EMA and build some structure. So, and this right here is uber bullish. This, for almost anybody that does technicals any kind of way, this is definitely super, super bullish structure for the continuation. So, is this from TikTok stuff? And I don't know about that. I think it's just because it's hyped the F up. We're above 69K. It's all-time highs. And halving's coming up. Everyone's getting super excited, man. It's crazy. Oh, have you? Oh, I'm glad. Hey, why you lurking out there, man? Why you lurking, Hitch? Don't be lurking. Don't be lurking. Well, I'm glad you're talking today, so that's cool. On that note, we're going to jump over to MicroStrategy for you right now. How about that? We're going to bump your stuff up. All right, Mike, what are you doing, Sailor? Holy moly, Sailor's at all-time highs, 1,300-ish or so is previous all-time highs. And now we probably can get a weekly open and close above all-time highs. Beast mode on the Sailor action. Now, is this getting a little bit frothy? Man, 70 on DMI is crazy high. Man, has it ever even done that on the daily? Hold up, let's go back in time real quick. Yeah, it looks like back over here it tapped it. Oh, man, right at the top, too. That was literally the top at 70. Yeah, 70 DMI read is crazy high. So, interesting. Yeah, There ain't no doubt about that. Crypto, well, specifically MicroStrategy is kicking some ass. If you go over here to some of the other ones, Coin is doing good. But a lot of them are kind of bullshit. Like Cores is bullshitting, Backed is bullshitting, Hut is bullshitting. Like, look at all these BS freaking performance, man. Like, I think Hive was they're all doing crappy, which is very surprising to me that the miners are not rallying really hard with all this. What's Riot doing? They're old school. No, nothing, man. Absolute garbage on most of these miners. Yeah, all sideways. I think the best one is maybe not even that one. Wolf, I think Wolf was doing okay. Nope, not even that. Look, so what? That's one thing that's a little concerning about all this pumping is like, where the hell are the miners? If you like to trade gold, precious metals, and stuff, like you want confluence with the miners. GDX is a good, proxy to use. So you want confluence with that in price action, which it's actually not getting that either with gold's move. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. The one best thing is our index here is pumping hard, but that's mostly off the backs. You can see the tickers that are in here. That's mostly off the backs of Master or MicroStrategy. Sorry, it does look like Master. Especially now with all the advertising, they just take out the vowels of stuff. I don't know, whatever. But most of that is on the backs of Micro and GBDC. And also, I think Mara is doing pretty good. Let's look at it. Yeah, Mara is the only one that's actually doing decent. Which begs the question, are some of these miners buys right now? Like some of the bigger ones that have been around for a while, like Hut or Cores. Cores is based here in Texas too. But what is this garbage? It's weird, man. It's kind of perplexing a little bit to me. And because if let's use Hut for example, and we put it out on the weekly, and then go back over here to Pump Fest 3000. When did that start pumping? Let's get a little bit of an idea. I'm kind of glad you brought this up there, Mr. Hitch. That's why his cat podcast and TikToks are working. Check them out later. Okay. That could be the thing. I'm a firm believer in price is king, but that Sailor Boy, people definitely do like that guy. So let's see here. Let's look at. All right, to be fair, look at this. Hut actually didn't even start pumping until Bitcoin really started pumping. If we jump back over to BTC, and that was December. Well, I guess not like that. We're not going to jump back to it. I guess we have to type in the right one. And we go back to DECE. Let's see here. If we go back to DECE. Yeah, so, okay. Man, maybe the miners are little sneaky buys right now. Interesting, because Hut didn't pump really hard until Bitcoin, really confirmed that it was breaking out. You can see Bitcoin was already kind of breaking out in mid-December in 2020. And then Hut just barely started around late December. So interesting. Maybe there's some option plays in there, some call spreads, maybe selling some puts, do risk reversals in there. All right. You got me thinking there a little bit, Hitch. Thank you for that. Oh, let's see. Nawak. We're going to just call you Nwak. Or no, we'll go with Wariabo. This AI project is revolutionary. I can't talk, apparently. And blown after pursuing through the application. I don't know what you's talking about, man. Looking at the pound. What is that? The pound symbol? Yeah. What is this AI project? I'm not sure what you're referencing there, bud. Will the halving drop their earnings or boost them, in your opinion? For miners? That's actually a really good question. So I think it'll drop them unless Bitcoin pretty much has to double, right? For it to, just off really basic back of the hand math, Bitcoin would technically have to double for it to stay even. Now that doesn't really imply, there's a lot of variables there, like depending on how much they accumulated at what price and all that kind of stuff, how long they've been operating. So that's a pretty deep way. What's the word I'm looking for? Monday words. That's a pretty complex analysis to say. I don't know if it's that black and white that it'll just be like, oh, the halving drops makes their earnings good or bad. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the average price Michael Saylor has in coins. It's not super low though, if I recall correctly. I feel like it's in the 30s or something like that, maybe. Um, and then for the miners, I would imagine most of them are kind of in the same boat too, because a lot of those guys came online in this pump here. So, only the OG ones were around back here. And a lot of them dumped the coins to, pay for expenses and operations and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff there. Hey, what's up, Casey Lewis? My man. You always use 4 time frames to see the trend. Beautiful. I love that. Great. That's what you should be doing. Good job, man. I love it. I like to 3, 4, whatever. I just like using 3s, but 4 is great. As long as you're over 3, that's awesome. And using the top down, right? Top down approach, looking at weekly. Oh, you're in bullish weekly trends. Oh, you're in bullish, let's say 3-day trends. And I also like to kind of chop it also by 3s too. I don't know if you do the same. So let's say maybe you're using the monthly, then you go down to like maybe a 2-week-ish. It's not always exactly 3, but getting close to it is also helpful as well. And then pretty much I don't really go below dailies anymore. Occasionally, if I'm swing trading on equities, I'll go lower than a daily. Like I like to use 3 hours on the futures, but outside of that, you have to be ready to sit at your computer and do it kind of like a full-time job at your computer, which most people got, other shit going on. So, all right, moving on. Let's see here. Litecoin, we already did Litecoin. ETC, this bitch probably gonna pump hard with Ethereum getting over 4K. I would be surprised if this week it doesn't get over $42. After 42, crazy enough, about $80 is the next target on that. Woo! Ripple me nips. Garlic bread is cooking it up. It smells nice in the kitchen. All that bread. Let's see. Beautiful as long as this starts building structure above 65. We've been waiting for that for freaking way too long. So is everybody else. We're not unique to that. We are all just students of price action, watching the same movie. Here we go. Beautiful chrono crosses. Love it. Above 14 cents. Target on this could be 20, man. Man, 20 cents. That's crazy. I will probably start taking a little bit of this position off in the upper teens if we get there. Tron rolling over here, surprisingly. It had relative strength for the whole time, but it's been kind of being a little bitch lately. So, but hey, whatever. As long as it's above about 12 and a half, it still looks good. DOT, and especially if Bitcoin's going to be making all-time highs and stay above 69K. DOT looks great above about $9.50, $10. Looks very good. Looks like it wants continuation. I mean, and this is going to be the same pretty much for all these shit coins now, y'all. I mean, we're above 69. That was the next ceiling we were talking about last week and the week before that. As long as we're kind of below that, some of these altcoins are going to stall out until Mama Bear confirms that we are into this new price level. And here we are, and we're getting the follow through. So as long as Bitcoin's staying above 69K, hell yeah, then we should be getting lots of follow through on Shitcoinlandia. Let's see. Link target about $24. Above that is 35-ish, mid-30 handle, so not too bad. On the Link Marines, EOS pumping hard. Everyone loves Dan again, apparently. Oh, hold up. No one likes Dan. It's just everyone likes Mama Bear pumping. A lot of resistance on this one still in the 130s. Above that, we probably can look for the 200 weekly EMA. Bitcoin Cash, beautifully building the chart above $40. Whoops. I mean, $400. And if this daily closes above like 450, even about right here above these bodies at 440 would look super sexy. Oscillators, everything looks good on that. BSV, beautiful above about low hundreds. Very nice. Target of about 135. XMR, what are you doing? Being a little punk. Privacy coins have been kind of bitch made a little bit. I guess, people are kind of attacking them. And by people, I mean people in the government. They don't like that shit. See Tornado Cash from last year. I believe that was last year. 152. Oh, man, really needs to get over that 160-ish level. If it does do that, we can probably look for the top of this range test just shy of 200. Zcash trying to get it going. We are above this magenta candle, so that's super sexy. Above 33 is uber bullish. And I do like the bulls rejection from the bears selling today. See if we can get a little bit more momentum on this, and would look extra gorgeous to close above 34.5 today specifically. Dash is the only coin, pretty much privacy coin, that looks fairly decent. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Maybe. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, gold, nicey. Let's see. Barrick pop undervalued. Oh, well, let's go look at that here in a second. Beautiful. Above 40 bucks on Dash. Oh, everyone's favorite meme coin. Let's go. Doge target on this is upper 20 handle. So very sexy. Above 14, 15 cents. I almost said bucks. Holy shit. That would be absolute insanity. We'd probably all be really happy if that was the case, huh? Let's see. STX pumping. Looks very good above 260. True. Looking very true to the bulls above 7.5. Looks great. XRD still being a bitch. Is it finally going to wake up here? It better do something. Above 4.4, it starts to look okay. But, man, I mean, it's like literally has bearish oscillation. Terrible, man. Garbage. Will it pump someday? Yeah, probably. But what the hell? VeChain looks great above 4.2. Atom looking very good above 12.5. Osmos, come on, man. I just bought some of this last week. You're supposed to pump when I buy it, bro. Anyway, it ain't doing shit. We're just sitting right in the middle of the stupid range again. Come on, man. Come on. I'm looking for a, 190 to about 220 run on this. But we ain't getting shit. No love on that yet. Ton, look, Telegram broke up that upper resistance last week based on it. Looked very good. And now we're getting continuation on. What is our next target on this? Oh, shit. Looks like it's an old school target from back here at about $3.50. Not too shabby on that one. And Matic pumping hard yesterday and kind of just chilling today. But still looks very good. Nice trend line right here intact that we were just riding up. And that is very light. Y'all probably cannot see that for shit. Let me darken that up a little bit. There you go. Something like that. Looks very good. Methodical up and to the right. Let's see here. ES. Oh, look at that. Yep. Tap that. We already seen that, though. Whatever. Going to need some more data on this. Probably going to go sideways for the most part. I would be surprised if we break out to these new resistance highs before next Wednesday, which is the stupid Fed meeting. Yay, everyone's favorite time. That would surprise me if we do get above that comfortably. But hey, the bulls have been surprising, I think, a lot of people lately. So, whatever. Interesting candle on Friday's close, though, here. That's a little interesting. The Dow, what is the Dow doing? Kind of same shit. Momentum isn't super great on it, but hey, as long as it's above freaking 38K, who cares? Let's see. Russell, right at previous highs. Kind of not the best place to make one of those candles. So kind of adding more confluence to that sideways action into the meeting next week. The trannies are literally filling out a symmetrical triangle. I mean, we are pretty much all the way at the apex on this. If you see pretty much, actually, look where it points to. Next week. How funny. It's like the news is built into the chart or something. How weird. Let's see. DAX kind of in the same vein. And also with that vol flash we mentioned last week, a little concerning. Would I be buying up here? Absolutely not. VIX, is VIX still building? It is. Look, VIX is still attempting to build the higher highs, higher low structure. If we got a daily close body above 16, ooh, that would be kind of crazy. And this is a little weird, sneaky pattern here, y'all. And look at VVIX. It's above 90. Look at this shit. It's coming to fruition in front of our eyes. We've been watching this for the last few weeks, maybe a month now. I don't know. Time flies. But a very interesting pattern here. Very interesting. Caution, I think, might be a little warranted while we get that continuation building up in the volatility products. Well, this is good for inflation, so we're not going to freaking see $80 gas here. So attempting to break down on the trend line. One candle does not make a trend, but potential open and close below it. Now it is a little doji, so that's good. A little support doji above the 21. We'll see how this closes, and we'll talk about it again on Wednesday. Best case, I think, for bulls is if they could make this weekly get back above this trend line. Then we probably, unfortunately, would see 82 test. Nat gas, dump fest 3,000. Garbage, maybe a little support at like 170-ish, but yeah, what the hell, weak sauce. TNX, kind of flat as hell. Is it just retesting the structure? Potentially. You already know 420 is the pivot zone, so we don't have to think about that too hard. Gold is telling everyone to still suck it. Man, beautiful move on gold. Mentioning this on Friday. Target on this is 23 on the short side, on the shorter end of the side, not like shorting it. That was confusing. And then 24 and change on the upside. And what did Hitch mentioned? Barrick Gold, which is just GOLD. We got to go over here to stacks. Let's see. Wow, yeah. Well, that's interesting. So kind of what I was mentioning earlier, that gold miners are not participating in gold's rally. I mean, a little bit, but not at all-time highs, like not even close, just like the Bitcoin miners are not participating. So, I mean, a little bit, but not to the extent that you would expect them to. So, yeah, maybe a little bit concerning there, but we're not going to think about it too much because price is king. And that's pretty much it. Maybe Barrick is a good buy, though, above 15 and a half. Like above 15, it actually does look pretty good. Let's jump out to the weekly. Ah, man. Right up under the 21. Damn. Yeah, very interesting for gold miners. In that vein, let's actually jump over to the miners because I'm curious what the hell they are doing. Alcoa's down. Majestic way down. Holy crap. What the Okay, that's a little surprising. Got a little trend line there. Weird. Okay, what is dust doing? Okay. Still also getting turned to dust, which those leveraged ETFs tend to do. Okay, they're all kind of shitty. Freeport is one of the better looking ones, as it's just consolidated for a really long time. This is just range mode 3000, pretty much like 35, 45. How about Franco? What are they doing? Wow, Franco's down, but hey, look at this on a vol flash on the weekly as we pump up this week. Well, maybe we will get some catch up there, Mr. Hitchcocks. All right, I like it. Good shit. A little, man, what the hell? That is really surprising that these miners are doing terrible. Let's look at gay mother effer. No, pretty dead. Pretty dead. Let's just look at J Nug. Wow. Okay, also very down. All right, let's just go to Seabridge. Seabridge usually is a pretty good one. Okay, Seabridge pumping pretty hard, but still sideways as hell. Let's just look at GDX real fast. Yeah, this is the easiest way to look at it, so we don't have to go through too many tickers. Yeah, look at this. We're not even above 33. Huh. Yeah, so they best play catch up. If these don't play catch up probably in the next month or so, and gold's still rallying, that would be very sus, man. That would be very sus. All right, let's go over to the, what do we miss? Oh, yes, Casey Lewis. Otis. Let's go, Otis. Let's get it in. Oh, beautiful above 93. It's Otis Worldwide, dude. What do they do? No, they got a lot of freaking market cap, that's for sure. Steadily making that bread. Okay, new equipment installs, whatever the hell that means. Freight elevators, there we go. Okay. So some oh yeah, Otis, duh, I've seen that in an elevator before. All right, 93, above 93 looks very good. Probably a little resistance at 100. Let's see what a fib says. Fib, tell us, show us the way. 105 on the shorter term, and then 106 if you even pull the deep one. So good resistance at 105 on that one. What are you targeting? He's going to 123. He's saying suck it for that 100 measurement. 85. So you're taking it a little bit deeper, but hey, that's not too shabby though. I can't be mad about that one. I would just adjust it for me, probably like a if you're at 98, I'd probably look for like 105, 110, and then do a stop at kind of this little cluster in here at about 90-ish. That's just how I would kind of play it, but that's not bad though. You're giving yourself a little bit of wiggle room too. So sometimes that's neatest. Neatest? I'm combining Needed and Otis together. All righty, moving on. Carvana, this garbage ass company not sending the titles to like so many people that bought cars from them. That's cool. I'm actually in the car business, so these guys are silly. Is that the way, the future, buying cars in a vending machine? I don't know, maybe. It's weird to me, but hey, to each his own. As long as it's riding this trend line and above 58, it actually does look really good. A lot of resistance at 130. Mega resistance at 130. And let's see what you got here. Looking for 120. Stopping out at 7666, dude. Oh, shit, bro. The devil's number. All right, let's go back to the daily. Just shy. Man, okay, you're keeping this one high and tight. I like that. High and tight above the gap. And 120. Yeah, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Although that seems more than 2-1. Is that 2-1? You got like 10. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that looked more than 2-1, but you're not even going to get in it till 90 though. Oh, that's why. Sometimes I forget you do that. You go a little bit higher. So yeah, you got 17 to the downside. There you go. Yeah, I see what you're doing there now. It's a little shy of that, but hey, looks good. I like that trade as long as it's above about $70. Not too bad. I owed Samsara. Oh, Samsara. 21 billion. I mean, how many software companies are they? Oh my God, this company just hemorrhages money apparently. They haven't made profit in freaking 2 years. Well, that's great news. Let's see. Of course it is some bullshit software company. John Bickett and Sanjit Biswas. Sanjit. Plug and play sensors, wireless cloud, blah, blah, blah. Put 18 buzzwords. How come it doesn't say AI in there? Anyway, charts alone looks very good above $36. There ain't no doubt about that. If we jump out to the weekly. Oh, wow, yeah. Nice consolidation. Went sideways to meet up with the 21 EMA and getting follow through. Hey, that's pretty damn sexy. This actually might be one of my more favorite ones you just posted. Above 36 looks very good. Let's pull a fib off of this consolidation, and we've got 42 and about $50. Shut your mouth, telephone. Sorry about that. So we've got, what do you got? I would stop out around like 35 or so, 36. Yeah, you're at 37. That's fine. And then you're looking for what, 45? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this one might be my favorite one. I really like these long consolidations. Sideways and just building this chart above 36 will look super sexy. Very nice. Very nice. What is the world index doing? Way off its highs. Okay. Well, all right then. All right, let's see. What else are we going to go look at? Top traded. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. Just curious. Oh, snap. Is that the final topping candle? As we were talking about last week, we literally ran out of fibs. Like we can't, I mean, unless you like ratchet down to crack time frames and start pulling fib extensions off like these smaller structures, which you can most definitely do. But off the daily, which is kind of about the lowest I like to go for individual stonks, is a little bit of a topping candle right here. This is actually the most topping candle that we've seen probably in this entire structure. Let me scan through here, especially this year. Yeah, not maybe a little bit here, but it wasn't at a real good resistance point. So not super sexy time. Although it did kind of show a little bit of selling pressure. It was down freaking 5-6%. Oh my God. Anyway, though, Jokes aside, this one is the most substantial topping candle on a daily that we've seen on NVIDIA in a while. And also a little bit on the weekly, too. That's a little bit of a heavy candle for the top of the range there. Interesting. And we're getting back below the trend line. Bulls better get back into the 900 handle probably the next week or so, or I could see this breaking back below 820 and maybe going to fill this gap right here. That is kind of setting up for that. Microsoft, what are you doing? Nothing. Still continuing to round out, y'all. Man, this is starting to really look like descending triangle right there, and you got double magenta candles with my perfect circles drawn there. Yeah, a little bit concerning for the Bulls on that one. How about actually? Let's see what Apple. And Apple has just been All right, that didn't work. Apple's been an absolute dog shit performer, man. Look at this shit. I guess they're not innovative anymore, man. I know a lot of people after Steve Jobs on the thing. It's like they're just. It's kind of crazy, man. So I don't know. I guess they can't come up with anything. Is anyone really going to wear that stupid thing on their head? I mean, I haven't seen anyone in the wild doing it yet, but I'm seeing videos, but I feel like most of those are just people trying to get clicks and make content, fake ass content, of course. AMD. Oh, another topping candle on Friday for AMD. Interesting. Okay. Well, one candle doesn't make a trend change, but definitely something to carry forward. Disney's still pumping. Are they done being woke and shit? Probably not, but I guess the market thinks it's mo better. Beautiful consolidation. Hopefully some of y'all got in on that. Let's see here. I think that's probably it for today. I don't really have anything to add to this, I don't think. No, I think that is all. Dogelings are pumping hard. Everything's been pumping. Floki continues to pump, freaking up a bazillion percent pretty much. Sheeb is consolidating. Bonk is pumping. Akita's pumping. This is all akin to the end of cycles, by the way. This is that weird kind of like, wait, we're reversing the cycle this time? Okay. How about weed? Weed is like not really doing shit. Let's go to MJ. Yeah, broke 330. Not looking great on that 330. Can this turn into a false breakdown from here? I don't know. It's getting a little bit kind of nasty. So it does have really good support at like 310. So if bulls, and we do have 420 coming up here in about a month. So if bulls in the next couple of weeks get back over 340 and definitely over this trend line, as we approach 420, I could see a pretty gnarly pump coming in. But as of right now, it does look kind of weak sauce. Taking some heat on that one. And I think that's probably it, y'all. All right, let's wrap this bitch up. Mama Bear, you're doing your thing. Looking beautiful. Breaking out. Potentially the first daily open and close today that will be above 69K all-time highs. It only has 6 hours left to confirm that. Now, that also can be ratcheted up to the weekly we still have 6 days left. But next Sunday, or this coming Sunday and Friday, we both could potentially have futures and spot price have a weekly open and close above all-time highs. And if we do that, that's uber bullish mode. Now, I'm still in the same thought that this is a little wild that we're pumping this hard before the halving. We've never made all-time highs before the halving. This is very different. Different doesn't necessarily mean bad either, but it just means we need to be a little bit cautious about this price action. And the bigger thing to me that is kind of sus is that meme coins are rallying so hard. I mean, they've rallied harder than like most of the actual projects, so what the hell? We're not gonna do that today. We'll do that on Wednesday. So yeah, that's a little bit sus for sure. But hey, price is king. It doesn't matter what I feel or how you feel or what we think. Price is telling us what the best probabilities are. And right now, that shit is up and moonshotting. Only if we started getting big candle rejections engulfing on a daily would maybe we could start looking for some pullbacks of this trend line, and hopefully not deeper, because this trend line epoch is very important. And as I showed earlier in the stream, it's literally the same exact angle as all the previous run-ups to, into, and past the halving. Pretty interesting. So with that said, Mama Bear, let's do it. Stay above 69K. Give us all the tendies, baby. Anyway, much love, guys. Appreciate you, Hitchcocks, for actually saying some stuff. Don't be a stranger, bud. Glad you've been around for some months, man, and decided to type in the troll box. Thank you. And Waribo, I don't know what you're trying to say. This AI project is revolutionary. Don't know what the hell you were talking about. You didn't follow up. Maybe just spamming the chat, whatever. And Casey, thank you. As always, good to see you, bud. And other than that, y'all have a beautiful Monday. Great start to your week. And I will see y'all on Hump Day morning. This is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace.